A deal between Venezuela's president and Colombian FARC rebels to free 3 Colombian hostages appears to be now on the brink of collapse. The Colombian government and FARC rebels are blaming each other. Let's go and get the latest from Karl Penhaul. He is monitoring events on the ground in the town of Villavicencio in Colombia. Karl, this always was a dramatic event. It seems to be descending towards farce.
Well, collapse would be a better word there, because the mission has all but collapsed now. We have had statements from the FARC guerrilla fighters themselves. They send a dramatic communique to the Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez, who had been overseeing this operation. In that communique, the FARC guerrillas said that they couldn't go ahead with the hostage handover because there were military operations going on in the area of the jungle where they had been holding those hostages, and to move to try and release those to a delegation headed by the Venezuelans and overseen by the International Red Cross would put both the guerrillas and the hostages' safety at risk. But then there was a dramatic response and a dramatic development from the Colombian government, from President Álvaro Uribe. He denied that there were military operations going on anywhere in that area of the jungle. He said no combat operations had been carried out in the last 2 weeks. And then he gave evidence, or what he said was evidence, that in fact one of the 3 hostages that the FARC had promised to hand over, a 3-year-old boy known as Emmanuel, was not in fact in guerrilla hands. The 3-year-old boy Emmanuel was in fact born in captivity. He is the son of one of the other hostages also slated for release, Clara Rojas. But what President Uribe told us today was that he said he believed he had evidence that that boy, soon after his birth, was handed over into the care of the Colombian Child Care Services, and that that child had in fact been put in a foster family in Bogota, in the capital, and was so no longer in the guerrillas' possession. He said that military intelligence had become aware of that story a number of days ago, when in fact somebody who he said he believed was associated with the guerrillas tried to reclaim the boy in an eastern part of the jungle, only to find out that the boy had been transferred to this foster family in Bogota. So quite dramatic developments there, and certainly the international delegation overseas this is now pulling out. They have said that the operation is now suspended, but they say they will get back on track if there are any further developments.